A very good morning, students. Children, in the last class, we had completed the chapter in English 4.7, The Sword in the Stone. Now, today in English, we are going to learn a new poem, an autumn greeting, that is 4.8. And children, this is our last chapter in English. So, today we are going to complete our English prose portion. So, from next class onwards, I will be sending you a grammar chapter. Okay, children? Now, before that, let us read the poem. I want you to just remove your textbook, children, page number 104, and repeat after me the poem. Okay? Okay, let me tell you the intro first, that what exactly the poet has explained in this poem. The poet has describes the beauty of the autumn season. Now, you know, there are four seasons: winter, rainy, summer, and autumn season. So here in this poet has describes about the autumn season, how autumn season comes, and how the winds and leaves, how they are dancing, how they are very excited when the autumn season comes. So it has describes about the beauty of autumn season. Come autumn, and the leaves begin to change color, and they change into red and gold, and they start falling off the trees. With the weathering getting colder, the leaves are covered by the snow. Okay, so let us read the poem first. Come, little leaves, said the wind one day, come over the meadows with me and play. Put on your dresses of red and gold. Summer is gone and the days grow old. Soon as the leaves heard the wind's loud call, down they came fluttering, one and all. Over the meadows they danced and flew, singing the soft little songs they knew. Dancing and flying the little leaves went. Winter had called them, and they were content. Soon fast asleep in their earthy beds, the snow laid a soft mantle over their heads. Written by George Cooper. So here in this poem, George Cooper has described the beauty of autumn season. So let us see the stanza wise. Come, little leaf, said the wind one day. Come over the meadows with me and play. Put on your dresses of red and gold. Summer is gone and the days grow cold. So here the poet says that one day the wind tells the little leaves to come over the meadows. Meadow means, children, a field which has grass and flowers growing on it. So he said to wind, to one day, that's come near over the meadows, we to play, that we will play. The wind asked the leaves to put on your dresses of red and gold. The summer has gone and the days are growing cold. Second stanza. Soon as the leaves heard the wind's loud call, down they came fluttering. Fluttering means, children, are moving, means flying up, and the grass down or side to side with quick movements. One and all over the meadows, they danced and flew, singing the soft little songs they knew. So, here, the second stanza, the poet says that as soon as the leaves hear the wind's loud call, all of them came fluttering down. That means all are just flying up to the grass, down or side to side with a quick movement, and they're fluttering down, and they danced and flew over the meadows, singing the soft little songs that they knew. Dancing and flying, the little leaves went. Winter had called them, and they were content. Content means, children, they were happy. That means they were satisfied. Soon fast asleep in the earthy beds, the snow laid a soft mantle over their heads. Mantle means a layer of ice covering. So here in the third stanza, the poet says that the little leaves went dancing and flying, and winter had called them, and they were content and they were happy. So they lay down in their beds of mud and were soon fast asleep. So the snow laid a soft layer over their heads. So, children, here in this poem, the George Cooper has described the journey of the leaves from the tree to the earthy beds, and is aided by the friend, the wind. And he ushers them to come over the meadows in their red and gold dresses and play with them. And even, children, the wind reminds the leaves that the summer has said them goodbye and winter has set in. So the leaves, as if waiting for the wind's call, come down fluttering, dancing, flying, and for singing. So their journey continues till they reach their earthy beds and they fall into deep sleep with snow covered over their heads. Okay, children? Now, the one meaning is given only over here in this poem. It's mantle. It means a layer of something that covers a surface. That means a layer of ice covering. Okay, children, one more thing is there. The personification is given, that is, a figure of speech is used in the first stanza. Personification is a figure of speech used in the poem. It means that when non living objects are described to seem like people. So, here in the first two lines, that come little leaves said the wind day. So, here as the leaves heard the wind's loud call. So, here it's given an example of a living being for a non living thing. That means it's a personification. Okay, children? Okay, now let us discuss some question and answers of this poem. The first will be your hard words. You will write in your notebook. Meanings, again, you will write in your notebook. Okay, now we will just come to question number one, that is answer the following questions. What did the wind tell the leaves? Can you tell me, children, what did the wind tell the leaves? Can you guess the answer? Yes, the wind told the leaves that summer had gone and the days were growing cold. And even the wind said to leaves that the leaves should put on their dresses of red and gold and come over the widows with me with it and play. Second question, what did the leaves do when they heard the wind call? So, what did the leaves do when he heard the wind's call? When the leaves heard the wind call, they all came fluttering down and they danced and flew over the meadows, singing soft little songs. Soon they were fast asleep on the ground. Third one, what happened to the leaves finally? So the leaves finally lay on the ground and the layer of snow covered them. Fourth one, pick out the correct alternative. That means that four options are given, which are two seasons are described in the poem. So you have to find it, correct it, identify the answer about winter and summer, autumn and summer, spring and summer, autumn and winter. So over here in this poem has described about the two seasons, that is autumn and winter. Nor winter and summer, nor autumn and summer, not spring and summer, only autumn and winter has been described in the poem. These two seasons. Okay. Now the fifth question will be a pick out the rhyming words in the three stanza. That means the stanza wise you have to pick out the rhyming words. So let's see the first stanza. So in the first stanza there are two rhyming words, that is day, play, gold and cold. From second stanza, call all, flew new. And from the last stanza, that means the third stanza, went content, beds and heads. Okay, children, I hope you all have understood all the poems. Even the question and answers are very easy. Okay,